Guys, I hope you enjoy the content. I just want to let you guys know that I'm not here to help anybody make money trading, or save you money trading or anything like that. I'm just here giving you guys my take on the markets. Understand, not a registered investment advisor, and nothing we say or do here should be misconstrued as investment advice. Please seek a professional for that type of stuff and read the disclaimers both on our website and on this video.
Yeah.
Order filled, check us out.
You know what time it is.
This is Mighty Soldiers exclusive.
Yeah. Let's get it. Let's get it.
What's up, guys? Andy with Mighty Soldiers Trades. I am super excited today. We have a guest today. Basically, I woke up this morning and I was reading a fellow trader's posts, and they were asking the community to ask them questions. And one of the questions that they got is, how much is your account value? And I believe their account value was like half a million or something. And then they said, for me starting out, can I trade $500? Can I start with $500? And the answer that I hear consistently, and I heard in the same answer today, was, you can start out with anything, but it may not really get you as fast and as far as you want to go. But today we have a different guest than what we're used to. Basically, we're going to talk about trading other people's money today, guys. So without further ado, I'm just going to bring Michael Katz on, CEO of Trade the Pool. How you doing today, Michael?
Hey, Andy. How you doing? Thanks for having me. Hey, everybody at home.
So, yeah, Michael, trading other people's money, and the question that I read this morning, is it possible to be successful in trading if you only can start with $500? Do you have anything to say about that?
Yeah, I got plenty to say about that, Andy. I mean, first of all, you got to start small, right? It's okay to start small, because even if you have tons of money at home, right? You open, like you said, $500,000. You don't really need to risk it all. You don't need to risk big, because at the end of the day, if you don't really know what you're doing and you don't find consistency, then it doesn't make sense to risk 5,000 or 10,000 or 20,000 per trade, right? So you got to start small anyway. And in my eyes, at least these days, in order to become profitable, in order to become successful in trading, you got to trade someone else's money. And that's the big issue. That's the main idea here. And, I experienced it on myself. I started small with $10,000. And that was okay, but not enough to actually see some progress, because you want to buy Apple, you want to buy Amazon, Google, and you can't really mix them all together simultaneously. And basically, only when I raise a little bit more, like $60,000, then I started to see more progress, right? Because you had enough money to trade on. Later on, I moved to someone else's money, basically a company, a prop firm that I worked with in Tel Aviv. And then I became actually, a real successful trader. And that's just the psychological aspect of it, right?
So the problem I had was when I first started, I think I started with about $24,000. But then I thought that if I can get more money to trade, that say I could get $100,000, that I would be able to do much, much better with that. That would be so easy. But the lessons that I've learned in my trading is the more money that I put into an account, the more I release my foot from the gas pedal. And what I started to do at first, being ignorant, is to push the gas pedal, or at least maintain that same aggression that I had with the smaller account. And what I like about this is that traders can come in here not so desperate. They can come in here maybe with the ability to just try to figure out where they can establish consistency. But how does one even start to trade with the prop firm to get funded?
Yeah, so at the beginning, at least in Tel Aviv, it was a local shop, basically, right? So I already had my track records for many years. So I just sat with them, showed them that, and they accepted me, basically. I actually went there for the beginning. I went there just to sell my product. I had a software, like a semi-automatic tool that can manage the trade for you. And I wanted to sell that prop firm my tool. And from, just started to talk to the guys, and they told me, okay, join in, after I showed them that I know what I'm doing. But nowadays, in our prop firm in Trade the Pool, you can basically pay for evaluation phase. And once, it could be like $97, you get to trade on a simulator, on a demo account. Once you pass that evaluation, Now we give you real funds and we basically split the profit. So that's the main idea. Now, the beautiful part is you don't really need to pay a lot of money. You don't need to put your own capital at risk, right? You're paying like $97 and that's it. If you lose the money on the funded account, we cover that. So it's just a no-brainer. You don't need to put like 24K from your account, from your saving, and risk it. And as you said, once you have a lot of money, in most cases, the guys will lose it because they want to get more, just make more money. So they risk more, but they're not really consistent yet. So these days, you just need a prop, just pay the evaluation fee, and you're good to go. Even if you do, and even if you do like 10 evaluation accounts, you're still under $1,000 of your risk,
So when I first talked to you, I believe it was a little over a month ago now, at that same time was the first time that I ever even heard about these evaluations. Can you tell us more about these evaluations? How exactly is one evaluated? And good morning, Blind Trader. Good morning, Jeremy. Great to see you guys.
Hey guys,
the evaluation though, like how exactly is that? And if you want to, maybe you can give us like a little hint on how to pass those evaluations.
Oh, okay, cool. So basically the idea, I brought that idea from the prop firm in Tel Aviv that I worked with. After like 2 or 3 years, I became the head of the traders there. And I basically created similar evaluation phase. And it basically said as simply as that. You have X amount of money, like exposure, right? X amount of buying power. You have a daily loss set in the system, built in. So if you reach that, you're done for today. You're not terminated, but you're done at least for the same day. And you have maximum drawdown. So if you reach that, you're out of the program, basically. You can come back if you want later on, but you're out and basically blow your account. So you have a target 2 times, in our case, 2 times more than your drawdown. So let's say you have 42, let's say you have 2,100 to lose a maximum drawdown. You need to make 4,200, right? That's 1 to 2 basically. And you have, at least for now, you have 45 days to reach that goal. So you trade in either day trading or swing trading, but you have 45 days to pass it. Once you pass it, we give you real funds, and now we can split the profit. It could go all the way up to 80% to the favor of the trader, basically. So he made a profit of 5,000, he keep 80%, 4,000, and we keep 1,000.
Okay, so there's for the evaluation, there are different tiers, and then when you buy each tier, you get a different level of being funded. But when I start the evaluation process, if I fail the evaluation process, that is what I bought, right? That's what I paid for.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, the only thing you're risking is the evaluation fee, right? So you can go. We have 4 tiers. You can go for the $97, $300, $475, and $1,200. You choose. The difference is basically the split in the profit. Obviously, when you go to the bigger account, we give you more from that split, from the profit, and you also have more buying power. You can go all the way up to $260,000, and that's a nice account to trade on. 260. You can make some damage in the market. You have, for example, for the bigger account, you have $2,000 daily loss. So that's also very nice space, to work with. You can buy anything. We have 12,000 symbols, so you can long and short any penny stocks you want. Anything, literally, even hard to borrow, you can short it. Actually, we have many traders doing penny stocks and use, they go in with 10,000 shares, 20,000 shares. So they can make a lot of damage here. Yeah, a lot of money.
So the evaluation, if I fail out of that, that's what I paid for. But if I do get funded now, and then I start going crazy with my risk, this is another way that I can lose and have to go and start the reevaluation.
Yeah. So once you funded, first of all, we have very good risk management built in the system. So we're not going to let you blow our money and your account, basically, right? Because it's got to be a win-win. So you have the daily loss, for example, that's built in within the system, and you cannot go above it, right, or below it. You have the maximum drawdown. We have some specific risk management rules that you cannot cross. And if you finally blow the funded account, we obviously cover the loss. You can go again and try the evaluation again. We just, like 2 days ago, we had a guy that got funded, blew his account, made some money, blew his account, and came back, passed the evaluation again, got funded again. So, yeah.
So the traders that you're looking for, I'm assuming that you're looking for traders that have already established an edge in the market, and maybe they're journaling and they're actually they already understand how their trading is sort of going to look before they get into this.
When I first started it, I thought that this is what we are aiming for, guys that actually established and find their edge in the market. But we've been running for the last 12 months under the Fivers. That's our parent company that's been in the market for 7 years. And we saw that actually there are guys that been trading 6 months or even 4 months that passed the evaluation, got funded, and made some great amount of profit, even though they only trading 4 or 6 months. So that actually blew our mind, because we expected to see, veterans, 10, 15, 20 years traders, but we actually getting a lot of young guys been trading for a few months and actually becoming profitable after those few months. Because because they have enough capital to trade on, and they're not trading their own money, so they don't feel obligated, right? So they don't care about the money in a good way. They can now make logical decisions and not based on emotions.
Yeah, no. Anytime that I think that a lot of new traders come into this with the same exact thing that I did, wanting to help more or needing more for their family, needing more somehow. And when we start trading, we're focusing on what we need. That really puts a big weight on our trading and can mess with us quite a bit. So getting in here and being able to trade other people's money, as you're saying, that really makes it a lot easier. And then you have all the risk control measures that you're taking on your end that help out. I'm guessing that once somebody leaves trading with you, they have a better understanding on maybe how to manage their own risk because of how you're managing the risk there on your side. But one of the things that I was thinking here, maybe a little trick, is if I started trading with you guys personally, or any of us, and actually pass the evaluation and get to making some money trading, take and put away a certain number of evaluations to make sure that can come in and get reevaluated out of the profits to ensure that. Is there a certain amount that you would say works for traders that you see more often than not, or does it just vary per trader?
Yeah, and as a trader, I'm always looking for the stats, right? So I'm very keen on that in my own personal trading, and obviously for the whole company. And we saw that in order to pass the evaluation, in most cases, like average, you need at least 4 times to try the evaluations. So on average, right, you will have a guy that will pass it on the first attempt, and you will have a guy that will pass it after 10 attempts. But what the point that you mentioned, you take X amount of money and put it aside because you know that you will run a few evaluations, right? And you can do that simultaneously, right? Some guys will take the mini BP, like the $97, and will take the extra BP, the $475 fee, and they will run it simultaneously. One for breakouts, the other one for big tech, or one for reversal, the other one for pullbacks and stuff like that. So they will mix them together. So definitely, put, I don't know, $1,000 aside instead of putting it in your broker account. Just take $1,000, go through the process of the evaluation. Like I said, even if you'll take 10 evaluations, I guess you will pass at least 3 of them and get funded, right?
Well, this is great stuff so far. I love that you've been willing to come here and join us. We were set up for 15 minutes today, but I would love to have you come back and tell us more, and maybe, like I said, get into some tricks on how we can pass the evaluation, maybe how you would handle it yourself.
No doubt.
But Michael, thanks so much for joining us and going over this with us today.
Thanks so much, Andy. Take care, guys.
Yep, take care. Thanks for joining us. Have a good day.
Yeah.
Ordered filled. Check us out.
You know what time it is.
This is the Mighty Soldiers exclusive.
Yeah. Let's get it. Let's get it. If you wanna take it to the streets, let's get it. If you wanna take it to the booth, let's get it. I'm about to take it to the top, let's get it. We ain't never ever gonna stop, let's get it. You ain't never heard nobody spit like this. Call the paramedics when I get like this. Front page news when I wreck like this. Hop in the booth and I wreck that shit like,
If you with the squad, then you already know what's up. It be going down, but my account is going up. I'm about to make another 100,000 bucks. Rolling up that chain, I'm about to take another puff.
Hold up, I made a killing, now my pockets got swollen. Independent, now I'm taking over. I'm a lot richer, you a lot broker. I'm a pot smoker, stockbroker, blowing up like a supernova. On my mama, I was born a soldier, the best in the game, man. I thought I told you. If you wanna take it to the streets, let's get it. If you wanna take it to the booth, let's get it. I'm about to take it to the top, let's get it. We ain't never ever gonna stop, let's get it. You ain't never heard nobody spit like this. Call the paramedics when I get like this. Front page news when I wreck like this. Hop in the booth and I wreck that shit like, I am unstoppable, I can do anything I ever wanted to. Never did anything they ever wanted me to. Got on my side and I'm not gonna lose and they're not gonna win. I see them, the haters, it's all cause I'm getting dollars again. Commas on commas on commas, I'm buying the dip. The market is dropping again. I can see him hating from the sideline. If you see a hater, tell him bye-bye. Watch my money grow, 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 grow. And my wifey like, whoa, 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 whoa. Somebody better stop me cause there ain't no competition and I'm coming for the top position. Obliterating the opposition every time that I jot it in the composition. Everybody wanna stop and listen cause I bring it to you hotter than the oven in your mama kitchen. I'll be getting hit like a politician. I'ma get bread when you stack looking taller than Scottie Pippen. Ain't nobody ready for the Armageddon when I pop the clip and I ain't playing. I'm spraying you brain, I'm bringing the pain like Damon Wayne. You disappear like David Blaine. I'm dropping bombs, Saddam Hussein. Stop and aim, pop you lames and pop champagne. I ain't playing so stop the games, you know the name. If you wanna take it to the streets, let's get it. If you wanna take it to the booth, let's get it. I'm about to take it to the top, let's get it. We ain't never ever gonna stop, let's get it. You ain't never heard nobody spit like this. Call the paramedics when I get like this. Front page news when I wreck like this. Hop in the booth and I wreck that shit like, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Alright, man.